You are watching Fugitive Red-Eye, and welcome to yet another new series on the channel. I know I've got plenty already, but this one I really wanted to make. As you can tell by the title, this series is Nostalgic Gaming Stories. Today I will be talking about Phantasy Star Universe, or more specifically, the Phantasy Star Universe demo. If you played the 360 in the early days of Xbox Live, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Phantasy Star Universe was the closest thing to an MMORPG you could play on the Xbox 360. In fact, for all intents and purposes, it was an MMORPG. And everyone I knew who played Xbox Live would play the demo, because everyone had it. At one point, I was so obsessed with this game that I started making up detailed lore and backstory for my character that I had created. It was very elaborate and had a lot of detail, and I just would come up with it all in my head and kind of play out different scenarios my character could be involved in. I mean, it was free to download, so why wouldn't you, right? The demo let you access 2 planets of the... I think there's like 6 in the full game. The demo let you access 2 of the 6. And it lets you access, I believe, 4 missions on each level, if not more. But during the time of the demo, I would play it with my friends. We'd play the missions, go fight the bosses, and level up as much as we can. Now, I haven't fact-checked everything I'm saying, so I'm going completely off memory, but I don't believe there was a level cap, or I believe the level cap was the same in the demo as it was in the full game, but I don't remember what that was. I think you could get to level 100, but I could be completely mistaken on that. Apart from the actual gameplay, there were all sorts of nice little Easter eggs you could do with the chat feature within the game. For instance, you can set a shortcut to F1 on the chat keyboard that would let you crouch repeatedly up and down, giving you the ability to teabag other characters. And a frequent joke with that was people, after they were done teabagging you, would say, "Congrats, you have AIDS." There were also keyboard shortcuts to change your text to different colors. But I think something that we all remember the most about that demo is the scammers. And this isn't just a few people. Everyone tried to scam people at one point, myself included. And I feel kind of bad for it, but you know what? The servers are defunct, and it was only in-game currency you were scamming people for, which people can't use anymore anyway because the game's servers no longer exist. Yet your standard modded weapon scammers, or your nude pics scammers, they'd be female avatars, and they'd claim to sell nude pics. Another type of scammer there were the lag switch scammers. Basically what a lag switch is, it was a modification that people had made to their 360 that would allow them to cause other players to lag out. I don't know exactly how it worked, because I never had one, obviously, but the people who did it would basically sell you an item, and as soon as you bought that item, they would activate their lag switch, so that as soon as they got the money, they would lag you out of the game, so you didn't get the item, but they still got your money. Then you had the duplication scammers, which is something I even did myself. You have someone drop an item in a corner, you have them turn their back in another corner, and tell them it will duplicate the item. Normally people will be skeptical, so you tell them drop something of low value, like a health pack. Once they've dropped a health pack and turned their back, you drop another health pack so they think, oh look, this duplication glitch really works. If they want more proof, keep having them use low-level items, and then then you keep dropping them. And then once they've dropped something high-level, you steal it and kick them from the game. Very seedy practices, but at the same time, that's how it went. Like I said, all sorts of scams were everywhere, there were all sorts of Easter eggs, and the quests themselves weren't half bad. Another interesting feature about this game is you could have a separate friends list than your Xbox Live friends list within the game. Which, of course, I did, because, that way you can have more than the 100 friends you were allotted at the time. Now, while now I do think scammers are the scum of the earth, this was a little bit different, because it wasn't for real money and you weren't actually stealing people's life savings, but nevertheless it was still scummy. It was definitely a unique online experience, one that I haven't had again since. But it's part of why I look back on 360's Xbox Live so fondly. That and other reasons that I may mention in later episodes. As an added bonus, here's what the full game case looks like. Although the servers are down, you can still play the campaign as well as extra mode. And what extra mode is basically the single-player equivalent to the online game, so unfortunately, even though you can't play the online game, closest thing you're going to get is extra mode, which is still pretty fun. Also, here's the Dreamcast game, Phantasy Star Online, that Snowman got on a thrift store. It came with Sonic Adventure 2 when he got it. Although we're not sure how well this game works on offline yet, we still plan to give it a try eventually. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this first episode of Nostalgic Gaming Stories. I plan on doing these whenever I get the chance, but this has been Fugitive Red-Eye, and you have a great day.